Hello, I'm Niels from Løft Discs. Today we're doing a Q&A out here at Tilst Disc Golf Course, where I will be playing the first 9 holes of the yellow tee. We have a bunch of questions that we gathered from Instagram and YouTube. And the first question I would like to talk about is about the new disc Xenon. And we had a question about the rim. So we had someone ask, does it have a rounded rim like the Bohrium distance driver? And it does have a slightly rounded rim. It has a slightly larger diameter than most discs you'll see, but it's not rounded like the Bohrium in any way. It feels much more like a conventional fairway driver. So it just adds some comfort and feels really nice. No flashings, very, very smooth transition. For hole 1, I'm going to use the Xenon. Yep, that should be in the circle. So we only have 5 meters to the pin, so yeah, that's pretty good. Putting with my old Founders Edition hydrogen. Count it. Yeah, on to hole 2. We have a strong left to right wind, so I'm gonna try to go with my silicon. I'm not sure if I can get it there. I think it says 83 meters, I guess around 280, 90 feet, but I'm gonna give it a go. So I'm trying to aim a little, maybe give it a touch anhyzer and aim play tight towards the trees in the middle and just fade back to the basket inside the gap. Yeah, that didn't get an anhyzer. Okay, it might not really be in jump putt range for me, but yeah, a soft hydrogen throw. Yeah, that works. That's a par. For the next hole, I need something very overstable. It's a short par 3, which is a dog leg to the left. And I'm using this dyed Xenon, and these were made from, or this one was made from a test run we did of the Xenon, and these are quite a bit more overstable than the ones we actually released. And actually we do have, I think we have 10 or 15 that will be available in the web shop. They might already be when this video is out, but the first batch of dyed Xenons, they are the most beefy ones we've made so far. So look for it at loftdiscs.com. And I'm just gonna throw this slightly high on a wide line. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, that's an absolute tap in. Perfect. On to hole 4. And this is a really good time to answer the next question, which is about when are we going to make some more understable discs. And first of all, we do have something ahead of us soon, where we'll be developing some more understable and straight discs. But we also do have the Bohrium, and we are considering changing the flight numbers from 14.6 -1.3 to 14.6 -2.3. Because while it does still have a lot of low speed stability, it's very flippy for high arm speeds, especially the most recent runs. And I think the last 4 runs have been pretty understable, and more unstable than the first runs we did. So we'd rather make the transition in the flight stats than trying to force the issue by somehow trying to get it more overstable. It seems like the right way to make this disc is to have it a bit more understable. And then we'll prioritize something more overstable in the future. But the recent runs, especially the most recent supernova runs, they are very understable. And for me, that's very useful for a hole like hole 4, where I'll do a hyzer flip, and that's the best way for me to hit gaps that's pretty far ahead of me. So yeah, I'm gonna try it out now. Yeah. that was too much hyzer, but it got out. So we have a very tight angle to the pin. Yeah. I'll go for the tight hyzer line with a Xenon, but yeah, I'm not sure it will get all the way to the basket, but we'll see. That's really, really good. All right, that's pretty much as good as you can do from there. But I don't feel safe. I got my first ever penta-double bogey on this hole Saturday, so let's try to make up for that with a birdie. Oh. That works. Nice putt. We also got a question regarding Xenon in a glow version. The plan for the Xenon releases is that first of all we have these dyed Xenons, and we will have the glow Xenon coming up, and then lastly we'll be releasing a supernova version of the Xenon as well. If you have any particular ideas or colors you'd like to see or something, please let us know in the comments. Alright, now we're moving on to hole 5. You might recognize this hole from the hydrogen Kickstarter video where we almost aced it, and from the Xenon video where we also almost aced it. Founders Edition Xenon. And I'm obviously gonna go for the ace here, but we do have some headwind, so I might not make it. I'm going for the hydrogen. I think this hole it's 54 meters, a little under 200 feet, I guess. Okay, a little far, but it works. Usually I would maybe lay this up, but you're not here to watch layups, I guess. Ah. That's all right. We'll take a par. I think we are 2 under par at the moment. One question about Xenon that we've got a lot is how does it fly compared to this disc and compared to that disc? And generally I can tell you that it flies very similar to many of the other discs in the same category, like the Felon, the Firebird, and the FD3 in some cases. It is more overstable than most Felons I've tried. It's similar to most Firebirds I've tried. But one thing that's different is that it has a sharper edge than Firebird, it has a flatter profile, and it also has this slightly rounded rim. And altogether, these things actually make this disc a little bit faster than most of the discs you'll try. So people with higher arm speeds, we have seen that they typically get it to fly straight for a while. It doesn't really turn, but it just flies straight for a while before it starts fading. These features makes it perfect right now for me because this hole is 189 meters, 620 feet. Usually I would probably go with a distance driver here, but we have a significant headwind, so I'm playing safe for the par, throwing my Xenon. Yeah, that didn't flip. I think I'm just gonna go with a flat throw and try to hyzer a little bit back towards getting a good opening to the basket. Yeah, I think that's all right. Easy approach for the par. All right, there's a little limp in the way here, so I think I'm gonna go with my forehand silicone. Ah, that's not good. Yep. Still inside the circle, but yeah. Ooh, count it. I think I said that I was 2 under par, but I think I'm only 1 under par. I think I had 2 birdies and 1 bogey so far. Now we're at hole 6, which is a good place to talk about the next question, which is how does Xenon fly on a Tomahawk? And I'm going to attempt one. Generally, I'd say I'm gonna throw it like on a 70-degree angle, and try to get it to pan a little out and then fade towards the basket. It will generally drift a little bit to the left when throwing a tomahawk as a righty. So let's try it out. All right, that didn't fully work. Let's try one more. Yeah. And the last one. Yeah, that's better. All right. So you can see the wind pushes it a little to the right, but I do want to finish towards the left. The second and third attempt were definitely better, but we still have a birdie opportunity here. Come on. Good run. Another par. On this hole, I'm just gonna throw the Xenon flat, try to skip a little bit up the hill, and hopefully get a birdie. Yep. So we have a low ceiling putt, and yeah, I think it's about 7 meters. Ah, come on. All right, we're here at the beautiful hole 9, and it's the last hole for now. And we'll also do the last question. And we've had several questions about what makes Xenon unique and how does it throw on different types of throws. And what I can say is the most unique thing about the disc is definitely the slightly rounded rim. It makes it really, really comfortable without making any grip issues. It's just very, very clean and soft and nice to grab. But apart from that, I think the slightly increased speed also makes it a disc that is very, very good for throwing forehands, because you can actually throw it flat, don't have any turn, but still push before you get the reliable fade. For me, on this particular hole, I can trust it to, we do have a headwind out there, I can trust it to not turn over, but still push far enough to actually get to the basket. So that's where it really comes in handy for me. So let's see if we can do just that. All right. It was a little too low, but it's, yeah, I think you get the idea. It flew pretty flat, but it was not close to turning at any point. Nice soft fade in the end. So yeah, let's go see if we can make a jump putt to finish this video. We do have a pretty severe side wind, left to right wind or headwind, but I'll give it a go. So that's it for now. I think I ended up 2 under par or something. It's all right for my level. I hope you got an impression of how the discs fly and that you could use the answers on the questions for something. And if you have any more questions, make sure to post them in the comments below. So thanks for watching.